wood then. We are starting the wooden sink. The sink that we're going to be building is going to look something like that.
That's the blueprint.
That's a blueprint. So we have a few requirements for this sink. First things first, there'll be 3 areas. One, a deep one where I can fit my biggest spot in. Clearly fit it up, no splash, nothing like that, and clean it up as well. There'll be another compartment where we have a pretty big frying pan. And so far we've not been able to get one sink that it fits in. So that'd be great if we could easily clean that frying pan.
Yeah.
The other thing as well is I very much would like to have a compartment in the sink where I can just put some knives in. I don't want to cut myself when we're doing the dishes, right? And nor do you.
No.
That's about the requirements that we have.
Yeah.
Now, I like big sinks. So what we have decided is that the sink is going to take the full width of the window there.
Yeah.
And then initially when we started thinking about the house and all of that, we talked a lot about having those beautiful farm sinks.
Yes.
Right? Those, I think they are in ceramic. But then these things, what happens with them? You drop a glass in, you've got glass all over the sink. Yeah. They are beautiful, but I'm a clumsy person, so not practical for a clumsy person.
Although it has to be mentioned though, since we're doing this in softwood, we know that it's going to be dings and bangs in the sink as we go along with the year. So it's going to be one of those yearly reoccurrence maintenance things, I think. Maybe when we have to take out some sandpapers and do the dings and put some oil on there. It all depends on how we're going to coat the inside of the sink, but we haven't really got that far yet. It all depends on how the end product turns out. If you're going to varnish it or stain it or even paint it or linseed it, or if you're going to put epoxy or whatever.
That we don't know yet.
No.
We don't know yet because we've been landbound for about a week and a half now. And the thing is, we haven't been able to go to hardware store and then just check out the prices and so on and so on. Now, in case you wonder, we've also looked at sink, just to buy a normal sink. For the type of sink that we're looking at, I mean, the equivalent of what we're building in wood, you'd have to pay around 350 euros, plus the tap, which is around 175 euros.
And that doesn't even meet our requirement of having the big thing.
Alrighty then. Kitchen week? Let's do it.
Let's do it. Again!
Let's do it!
You can do it!
This is the requirement. This and this needs to fit in. That's it. Right?
Plus the pans from the oven.
Plus the pan from the oven. That's your requirements. But I think if this fits in, the pans for the oven are going to fit in. Yeah. Alright, I go put this away.
And I start cutting and building.
I'm going to be working on the computer this week, so you'll see me in and out of this video. wash around it. So you can flip it and wash around it, and that's good. And then this one.
This though is gonna be skewed to that side, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then we have this
little gap there. That's perfect.
well, it's not gonna be a gap. It's gonna be
the wood.
Yeah.
Totally. Listen, I can even upgrade my pots, which is not a bad thing because these pots are really old. But
and then we have a good space for where we want to put
the faucet. Yeah, totally. If you're open to design revision,
it's
then
your design in this building.
you're an awesome builder. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, cool. Because there's that IKEA tray that we have in the flip house, and I really like that one. I'm just have to check if it's still available. Look at that sink. Good job, my love.
So I put in the corners here.
Yes.
The wood are, we have to use all the pieces that we have. We can't really be selective with the board. We have to use everything.
Yeah.
And some of them are curving a bit, and when they're curving, I fill it in with sawdust and wood.
Okay.
So it tracks and expands with the material, because if you just put wood filler, it would probably just crack.
Okay. That's good. So in some cases, sawdust and glue is better than wood filler.
Yeah. The wood filler has no property of it, it's just a couple of millimeters, not even 0 point some millimeters of flexibility, while the glue and the sawdust has the same, more or less, like the wood have.
Okay.
So it kind of flex and minimizes the risk of cracks.
How clever. All this boat building knowledge. You never thought it would come this handy for building a house.
Although I wouldn't deploy this technique on building a boat.
You wouldn't?
No.
What would you use to fill up a boat?
I would have proper tools and proper boards, so I get a seal that seals good. Plane, a hand plane.
Yeah.
And then
we call them rabot in French, but I don't know in English either.
Hand plane, I think.
Yeah.
And then I would do, even like on this, if you see if this would be something else than a sink that needs to be flotation device, I wouldn't fill it with glue and sawdust. I would use a hand plane, even though the board is like that.
Yeah.
I would use the hand plane to plane off what needs to go off for it to seal properly.
Gotcha.
So that there's contact as much as possible wood to wood.
And would it be the same technique if you're building like a wooden tub, for example?
Kinda. A wooden tub, I would feel comfortable using this technique to seal the inside as well.
Okay, it's just the boats that it would be different.
Yeah, because they twist like this, right? So it's more. They're more. What do you say? They need more surface contact surface in between the woods.
Gotcha.
But still, in wooden boats, you're still gonna use body fillers here and there and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So what I'm planning on doing is just doing a slope from front to back.
Yeah.
And then we have the back drain in the middle.
Totally. Yeah.
And then the last board we can easily just cut out a bit so the water goes into the middle of the sink.
Okay.
It's easier.
Yeah.
Instead of having a sloping
on either side.
There and there.
Yeah,
it needs to be like in a sense of a pyramid, and it's a bit tricky.
An inverted pyramid.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what you mean. Yeah.
It's a bit tricky.
So instead of doing like an inverted pyramid, you're just gonna slope the back or tilt it a little bit, and then we put the drain in the back. That's super clever. I didn't have a requirement on where the drain was, so I'm happy. My big pot and my big pan will fit in this thing.
Yeah.
Totally. thing, huh? Thank you for doing this.
It's quite a thing. Do this by hand.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Right.
So there, because there's feel here, for instance.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah, big difference. Yeah.
So, because now the water is going like leaning a centimeter and a half.
Okay, great.
So the water is going down there.
Yeah.
And then when it hits there, it leans this way, so it goes to the center there.
So clever. Yeah. Okay, so then you just finished showing as if your life depended on it.
Yeah.
It's just because we don't have the right tools, right, to do the job, and you're just using
What we have to make the job happen.
Yes. Now, if someone at home wanted to do this sink, what kind of tools would they need?
Definitely a table saw would help a lot, for sure. Just with all the fabrication of the different pieces and thicknesses and cutting them like
Super thin, right?
Exactly.
So a table saw, a nail gun, a hammer, a level. What else am I missing?
Well, some come-alongs for sure.
Yeah.
And a drop saw also helps to get the cuts kind of straight.
Now, one thing that's worth mentioning, guys, is that you have seen Dan applying a lot of glue, and in fact, mixture of glue and sawdust. It's more or less the same principle that we applied for the main cabinet that we built, the first cabinet, right?
Yeah.
Now, there's something to say about this glue itself, right? About the glue itself, right?
Well, it's resistant to water.
Okay.
Resistant meaning it can take some water damage, but I wouldn't necessarily have it in something that's gonna be always on the water. But it's good. It's geared for being inside and outside with the water in mind.
Okay. Is there anything else our viewers need to know about this sink?
I don't know. I mean, if you should really use a real glue, I don't know the actual name of it. It's poly something. It's glue that's hardens with water. So the more wet it gets, the better it is for it.
Yeah.
But here I found it. It's very expensive here. So and it only comes in these small tubes. And so far we used 750 milliliters for these two sinks almost.
Okay, so that means that we would have paid a lot more. And then for things that potentially we could fix or for damage that will potentially never happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, if we want to prevent water damage on the sink as much as possible, what are the precautions we should do?
For sure, oil it thoroughly,
Mhm.
a lot until the wood basically doesn't take any more oil.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just wipe it off and then seal it with something. And I think we're gonna seal it with varnish, just to have some sort of coating protection surface inside, not outside, just inside of it. So the outside is gonna be oiled wood, so the moisture has somewhere to travel.
And one thing that we discussed off camera is that the first layer of oil that we'll be putting in the sink, we will be using some white spirit alcohol. So 70% white spirit and 30% linseed oil. Now, this is a tip that one of you guys have gave us, a while back when we were doing the facade. So we're really grateful for the idea.
It's also a technique you use when you build boats, for instance. You start with roughly 70% depending on the wood, but since this is such a soft wood, it's good for it to penetrate. So say that you start with 70% mixture, and then we shrink it every coating with about 20 to 30% until we have 100% oil. And then you just oil it until it stops taking more oil. And depends on if you have a boiled linseed oil or non-boiled linseed oil, it's going to take longer or shorter.
Yeah, and the good thing about linseed oil, if you've missed the videos where we did the facade, we talked plenty about it.
Yeah.
But one of the big attributes of linseed oil is that over the years and with time, the oil actually hardens. So it creates almost like a...
It crystallizes. So
yeah, like a sap, I want to say, like a pine sap. This is what I know, but then...
it crystallizes, all the water disappears from the oil, and then it's just leaving the oil that's creating crystals inside the wood, filling up all the voids, which means the water can't penetrate deeper into the wood itself.
Linseed oil is totally natural, and that's one requirement that we have for our house, trying to use as many natural products as possible.
Yeah.
All right.
Sometimes we do have to step away from not having natural product. Like now we're gonna dissolve it with some sort of white spirit, which could be wood spirits, or it could be, just as long as it's how do you call it, mineral spirits, which is made from wood or equal product.
So you couldn't use vodka that's made with potatoes.
You could actually.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. It's just to dilute it. There's no right or wrong. Just test it before. Mix a little small batch. If the oil doesn't split, you can use that.
So you said test it, not taste it.
Yeah, test it.
Yeah.
Test it in a small batch when you mix it. As long as the oil doesn't split, all of the spirit's gonna evaporate sooner or later. So it's just to thin out the oil.
Okay, that's great. beautiful sunshine again, Dad. This is officially the last stud we have left from the house build. And Dan's gonna use it for the base of our kitchen. Now whether we can use it today or not, it's hard to say because it is pretty wet right now. So my carpenter husband is going to be making the decision on that. But let us show you the beautiful Portuguese sunshine. I mean, truly. One thing is sure, one doesn't move to the north of Portugal for the weather. You moved here because the people are awesome and the landscape is beautiful. You guys can probably hear the river. Check it out. It is so incredibly high and the camera doesn't do justice really, but we can see white water on it.
You have a piece left.
One piece left. It's going to be handy for
the island.
For the island, yeah. And back to the sink build.
Yeah. Yes.
Been on it for about 5 or 6 days now. It's a bit tricky to work because, well, with the beautiful weather we've had lately, our main solar light doesn't really charge. So comes late midday.
The old eyes can't see anymore.
Yeah. I think it's worth just showing your beard on the camera. You're full of dust.
Bye.
That's what you're gonna be sanding the entire day. Maybe you can skip this part for our viewers. Yes, it's gonna be rinse and repeat, guys. Rinse and repeat. Looks amazing. Looks so good.
So far, so good. Just need to sand it so it looks nice. Add the front, because we're gonna have another board here.
Yeah.
Douse all the holes, drill in the drains. It's a lot of work still left, but so far I'm really happy with what's turning out. How about you?
I love it. I think it looks amazing. But today is December 24th. So right now there should be a scent of turkey and ham and tourtière up in the air. Instead we're building.
Yeah.
As far as this thing goes, this is as much as we can progress this project for this week. Because yeah, today is Saturday and tomorrow you're doing another video. We're gonna go and watch a Christmas movie and have eggplant parmigiana. Anyway, guys, let us take this opportunity to wish you a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and see you guys next week.
See you next week.
Ciao, ciao now.
Bye. Bye bye now.
Bye bye now.